Way I think my SIL's best friend is trying to get with my husband and she's encouraging it. Am I delusional? My SIL 23F is my husband's half-sister. She was the product of their mother's infidelity. Way his father divorced their mother when he was 12, after he found out through a paternity test she wasn't his. My Oni refused to have anything to do with my SIL, but continued to have a relationship with my husband. Because of this, my SIL is very clingy to my husband. Way my husband is also very protective of his sister, and generally doesn't tolerate anything negative being said about her, which is why I posting this here before mentioning anything to him. My husband and I bought a house last year which has its own indoor swimming pool. My SIL was super excited when she saw it and asked if she could use it sometimes with her friend. We said it was fine as long as she gave us a notice before she turned up. Her and her friend Chloe have used it many times before, but almost never when my husband is home. He is a lawyer and works long hours. With Lottie, my husband has started to work from home. Way my Scylla asked me if she and Chloe could come over and use the pool. I told her I was uncomfortable with them coming over as I come pregnant and the want to accidentally expose the baby to anything risky. My Scylla then asked if she and Chloe quarantined for 2 weeks would they be able to come over. My husband said it was fine. 2 weeks later they turn up to my house. My husband was in his office, so they go straight to the pool after making small talk. My husband ends up coming out after an hour and we were hanging out in the kitchen. My Scylla walks in to get a drink and she starts talking to my husband. Way before she goes back to the pool, she says, Chow, Chloe's going to be so happy to see you. It was weird because my husband and Chloe aren't close. Chloe comes into the kitchen 2 minutes later and spends the rest of her time talking to my husband until he excuses himself to get back to work. Way she's super giggly and smiley when she talks to him. He would say something sarcastic and she would laugh like it was the funniest joke she's ever heard. It honestly felt like she was flirting with him. Before she went back to the pool, she gave me this weird smirky look. Way before they leave, they ask my husband if he's working from home every day of the week. He confirms he is. The next 2 weeks, they come over to the house to bronze swim every single day, except Chloe never gets in the water. Instead, she hangs around the house in her bikini. She was previously wearing a one-piece if it makes a difference. Way over, my husband comes out to hang around me. She quickly interrupts him and keeps him talking until he has to go back to work. I made lunch for us all, and when I excused myself to call my husband down, my Sil quickly stopped me and said Cruelly could call him for me. They shared a look and Cruelly looked really happy when she went to get him. Way Cruelly has also started to get touchier with my husband. She's put her hands on his chest and arms, stands or sits really close to him. To my husband's credit, he does usually create space between them whenever she does something like this. The reason I believe my Sil is in on this is because she's made a few pregnancy-related jabs at me recently. She told me a story about how one of her friend's boyfriends was cheating on her and then said something along the lines of pregnant. You know, a lot of men start cheating when their wives are pregnant. She's also made comments about how I look chubby now and it looks weird next to my husband because he's unspiritual well built. Way if she spots my husband out of the office, she quickly goes to inform Chloe. I know pregnancy hormones can mess with a person's brain, so I am wondering if I'm just looking for something that is net there. My Sil sent me a text yesterday asking if they could come over to swim next week, and I really want to say no, but I know she will whine to my husband if I do. Way I ideally want to have a conversation with him before then, but I'm not sure if I should mention the flirting. Am I being delusional?